Hey guys, I'm making this video for those of you that were interested in hearing about my Lilith experience. I admittedly have never evoked Lilith before. I know it's kind of surprising to me too, because I've been working with the darker spirits for a while, but I tend to gravitate more towards the male figures. I just seem to have more in common with them. But Lilith is a spirit of women and independence and self-esteem, and so I really felt drawn to evoke her today. I've been seeing her in my feed and on and off everywhere, so I'm like, okay, let's do this then. So this morning I evoked Lilith. I evoked her basically for a spell to it's a know your worth spell that I've been working on, and I evoked her for some gnosis on that. Oh, see my ancestor altar? I moved into my new place and I'm setting up this badass ancestor altar. I work with them a lot. I don't know if you can see it. But anyway. So she came very strong, probably because she was already here, because that happens to me sometimes before they show up. They want to be evoked, so they come. But anyway, I'm not a very good storyteller, so this is kind of really awkward for me. But so I evoked her. She came very strong. I saw her on my left side, which is the west. I'm not sure if she's associated with the west, but she like kneeled beside me. I told her that I look up to her, and she said, I looked up to you first. And I'm like, oh my God. So I got really teared up, because coming from her, she's like a badass witchcraft goddess, and for her to say something like that to me, that was really meaningful. And so right off the bat, it was kind of an emotional experience for me. So I saw snakes wrapping around me, and then she cloaked me. She was wearing this hooded cloak, and she like wrapped me around in it. And then I left my body, basically. I shot up into the sky, out to the, I would say, dome, the sky dome. I don't really see the earth like everybody else does. I kind of see it in dimensions. And then I was, I got on this dolphin-like creature that was huge, and I rode down through this tunnel with like stars in it. So I don't even know where I went, but it brought me to this old farm, and I was sitting at this table, and I looked down, and there's a Bible in front of me, and there was this man across the table. I almost think he was sitting on a different table, and he was like just really arrogant, and he was obviously just a prick. So I was sat there with the Bible, and he says to me, keep on studying so you learn better how to treat me and to serve me. And I look down at the Bible, and I'm thinking to myself, I didn't say it out loud, I'm thinking to myself, all I'm reading about is genocide and murder. So I ended up getting up eventually and going outside to get the laundry. It was on this line, and I was using this basket that was made out of like grass. It looked like long blades of grass. It was really cool. And I was getting the laundry, and all of a sudden this storm comes out of nowhere, and this giant tornado is coming at me. And what's funny is when I first started my meditation with Lilith, there was a thunderstorm happening outside here for real. So I'm freaking out, and my kids are running at me. I have like 2 girls, under 5, at least 5 and under. They come running at me. I grab them. I go into the storm cellar. I look down the stairs, and it's like an old-fashioned storm cellar with like these rickety stairs and a dirt floor and double doors. So I look down, and I can see Lilith's snakes down there, but I apparently didn't see them as I didn't see them in my vision of my past. My past self didn't see them. So I go down into the cellar, I take my kids with me, and the wind is howling, and I shut the door. So, and I close the double doors, and I put a wooden plank under the door. You know, in the old days, they used to shut doors with wooden planks. I put that over it. And I basically locked my husband or whatever he was outside in the storm. And I had the impression that he was extremely abusive to me and my kids. So, and I knew the storm was going to hit. I knew it was going to hit the house. I knew it was going to wipe out everything we had because it was huge. So I locked the door, and I could hear him outside the door pounding on it. And they let me in. And he's calling me names, and oh, it was bad. And then I could hear the howling of the train. Like they say tornadoes sound like trains, right? When they go over you. It sounded like a train. It went, Durr! And then his screaming stopped. So I assume he got sucked into the tornado, the bastard. Good thing. And I was holding my kids, and oh, God. It was so crazy. It was like I was there, and I felt all the emotions. And one of my girls, the older one, said, "Is he gone, Mommy?" And she like smiles at me, and I just fucking lost it. Like, she wasn't even worried about the tornado. She was worried about that guy that I just blew away, basically. And then my vision, I was bawling at this point, like crying, because I felt like I was there, and it was a very emotional experience. So I jumped ahead and I flashed to outside the farm, and my girls were grown up, and they were strong and independent, and they were just amazing women. And I have 2 girls now in this life. They're older than that now, but I just found it to be really amazing. And I've always had this thing for tornadoes. Like, I'm not really scared of them. I feel like that I like them, you know? So it was an awesome experience. I thank Lilith. She is badass, and she apparently thought I was badass. And I'm hoping to work with her farther and learn, you know, some spells from her. But yeah, that was my experience. So thank you for listening, guys. Bye.